One big piece of any text analysis system is search. Sometimes you just want to be able to isolate the sentences containing certain words or phrases. In this video, we'll see how to use WordSeer to search, to isolate just sentences that match a search query, and how to combine them with other types of filters to make very specific slices. Now remember the collection we're using here. We're using the set of all the New York Times editorials about China or Japan published since 1980, and that's about 5,000 editorials. So how do you make a search? Well, for that you use the search bar, which is at the top of the screen. In WordSeer, there's a search box, a drop-down menu, and an option for stemming, and a drop-down for the visualization you want to use. Right now, we can forget about this drop-down menu. That's for searching for grammatical relationships. If you've seen WordSeer before, you'll know what these are, but I'll cover these later. So if we just want to search for a word, we just type it in and hit go. This will open a word tree by default, but let's try a different visualization, the list of search results. Great. So this is the list of search results from the editorials containing the word China. There's a breadcrumb here that reminds us of this. So that's simple, but what about other options? If I want a phrase like United States and China, suppose I'm interested in US-China relations, just type that in, no quotes necessary. So here are the results, United States and China. What about multiple words? So let's try this, economic, economy, economies, all different word forms of economy. Just type those in with commas, and that will search for multiple words. But, that's actually what stemming is for. So if I type in economy and hit with stemming, that should get me all the variants of the word. So here are the results, and if we look at the frequent nouns and the adjectives, there's a whole lot of economy, but there's also economies and economic here in the adjectives. The frequent phrases show the different ways that the word is used. So we see world economy, global economy, and other constructions. All the filters still work as before. So for example, if I want to just look at sentences from editorials in the 2000s mentioning some form of the word economy, then I can use the numerical filter for the year. So if I drag the slider, there are 842 sentences there, and I can filter. So now there's the smaller slice of sentences, and the breadcrumbs show the filter combined with the search. I can continue to slice and dice now, perhaps by using the frequent word overviews to discover interesting topics. For example, look at this adjective, second largest. That might be interesting. So I can click to refine this slice even further. So now we're just looking at the sentences with second largest and some form of economy, just from 2000 to 2009. That's a very specific slice. All my filters have intersected. But now I'm interested in just this co-occurrence, even outside this time range. So now I'm going to just remove the time filter so I can get a sense of how this co-occurrence between second largest and economy has evolved over time. I can click the X to just do that. Okay, that's interesting. It seems to have been mostly in the 90s that these terms were mentioned together. And in fact, 21 out of the 29 we're talking about happened in the 16 years from 1990 to 2006. So we've seen how searches combined with filters and overviews can help us quickly navigate to discover and delve down into things that interest us. In the next section, we'll see how to do comparisons and to explore the data from different angles by switching between different visualizations and opening up multiple views for side-by-side comparison.